I know a lot of people catfish when they're dating, but some agents catfish you when they're showing you a home. Agent to put 300,000 and then they're like 399. So they're not really 300,000, they're 400,000. Do it again. Start all over. Hey guys, today we're back in the South Side and today's word is value. Not just value, extreme value. This home is jam-packed with features and so much value that you're not gonna believe it. So let's stop talking, go on inside. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to tell you is that a home at this price point normally doesn't come with stuff like this, like stonework. So right off the bat, before we even head into the house, you're going to see a lot of value. So these rocks, by the way, are quarried here in San Antonio. San Antonio has a lot of quarries and this stuff is abundant. So maybe that's why you're seeing it on here, but let's go inside. So you have options. As soon as you walk into the house, as you can tell, this one right here is set up pretty open. This is a flex space, which you can do many things with, right? You could turn it into a bedroom or you could turn it into an office. I believe you would put a wall right there with some French doors and then this would become an office, or you could just leave it open the way it is. You can, maybe put some sofas here, like a little reception area or something like that. But you can also turn it into a bedroom. If you turn it into a bedroom, then the next room over, which is right here, turns into a full bath. Right now that's a half bath and I can't show it to you because somebody's actually in there. Did not plan for that. And then right here you have a coat closet that you can, as your guests arrive, they'll come in there and put their coats. This right here is an open wall, but if you've seen my videos before, we always talk about this is the workspace for the sales associates, for the builders. So that wall would not be there. There will be a wall there. And then the door, I believe, would probably be right here coming in out of the garage. So you come in from the garage and you're gonna make an immediate right, and here's your laundry room. Again, they're working out of here. So this space would have a washer and dryer. You have this rack right here. What I would do is I would put some built-in cabinets so you can put all your laundry detergent and all that good stuff and kind of store it away. And also you have your data stuff. So you have your router, you have all the phone lines and all that good stuff that you would normally have in your data center, right? So let's go ahead and move on back into the heart of the home. So the heart of the home is right here. This is where everybody lives. And if you know me, you know that I'm a sucker for kitchens. So I love cooking on gas stoves because they're more manageable. And the one thing about this community, it is a gas community. So you'll have a range that has gas so you can cook, just like I do. Of course, every new home comes with the microwave, the range, and then you have a dishwasher. You have granite countertops and these nice 42-inch cabinets. So these 42-inch cabinets, again, open them up and you can store all your stuff in there. I have a funny thing. One of my clients was saying that she actually puts food in these, and then the pantry, she puts her dishes. So anybody like that? You have plenty of space in the pantry here, so you could put your dry goods, you could put your cereals, you could put your flour, your sugar and all that good stuff. But plenty of counter space here, a nice big island, and of course you have your refrigerator right there. And what I like about this setup is that it's open, right? And most homes are open concept, not all, but most. And what that means is that you have the line of visibility into the dining area, into the living area. So when you have family over and you're, enjoying Christmas vacation, or you're doing Easter barbecues, or whatever that looks like for you and your family, you can all be in here and be part of the conversation. So you don't have to yell at each other. Like I'm talking at a normal rate or a normal volume. And if you're sitting on the other side of the living room, you'd still be able to hear me. Now, some families like to yell, and that's just what it is. So if you want to yell across the room, you can, but you got plenty of space. So here you have the dining room table that sits 6 people, which is plenty of space. You could probably bump this out a little bit more where you could fit 8 people here. So you got plenty of space there. Your countertop here, you can sit 3 people. And like I always say, I'll be cooking pancakes over here and the kids will be right there, getting ready for school so you can give them their pancakes and, continue cooking. They're not in your way, you're not in their way. If you need to wash dishes, you're here, you're washing dishes and still being part of everything. So back in the day when homes were more compartmentalized, if you were the one cooking, you couldn't be in the conversation with the people in the living area or in the dining area because they were in literally separate rooms. So that's not the case anymore. Another thing that I like about this is check out how nice and open it feels because you have tall ceilings over here. So you have all the space going upwards and then these nice windows let in all this light. So it feels nice and airy, light, and very cozy. So you're gonna be sitting here. Oh, whoa, this is a nice sofa, nice and comfortable. You'll be sitting here watching the Spurs win a championship, watching the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl. We know that's never gonna happen, but you have your TV set up over there. You're over here talking to, whoever's in the kitchen, in the living area, or excuse me, in the dining area, and having a good time. So plenty of space, plenty of light, and plenty of room. By the way, did I mention this home? We're gonna talk about the price later in the video, so stick around, but this is over 2,400 square feet. So this is where a lot of the space is, but when we take you upstairs in a few minutes, we're gonna show you the bedrooms and the setup that's up there and how spacious those rooms are. For now, let's go ahead and go over here into the primary bedroom. So the primary bedroom, again, has a lot of space. This is a king size bed. You have a little sitting area over there, which I'll go show you in a minute. And this is something that I really like. Check this out. So you have these double French doors that you close off. That's the primary bathroom. But when you want to use it, you just open it up. And when you walk in here, it just feels so spacious. Like you're not bumping into each other. You could have your spouse and you walk back and forth and there'll be room. You're not bumping into each other. If you like to take baths, you have this really nice garden tub right here. Put some candles, lay in there, take your bubble bath, do your thing, relax. It's kind of like a spa. Over here you have your vanity, so it is a 2-sink vanity. So you have your own space. You have not cupboards, but you have cabinets down here. You can store stuff. Obviously, you know what a toilet looks like. And then you have one closet. So this closet is just one of 2 closets in this bedroom. This one will probably be hers. Now, personally, I don't like these. It's too easy to upgrade these into a wooden shelf with the wooden rods. And again, you see my videos, you know that I would put 2 of them and then put another one way up higher so you could store your winter clothes. If you buy a home like this and you need help with something like that, do me a favor, give me a call. I know people that can do that for you. And as a matter of fact, if you're moving to San Antonio and you need help with anything, please let me know. You want to be in the right area. You want to be in the right school district. You want to be in the right home. Give me a call. Hit this QR code. Call me, email me, text me, send me a smoke signal. I'll answer them all. Know that I have your back when you're moving to San Antonio. So let's go ahead and continue over here. So you have your shower. It's a stand-up shower. Come in here. Plenty of space to shower. You have your shower head. Do your thing. And there's no seat for me to sit on, so I'm gonna have to stay standing. But that's the shower right there. Now here's a cool little piece of this bedroom that I want to show you. So right on the other side of this wall, there's the stairwell, right? So the stairs going up to the second floor. But they took this closet and they have this part of the closet here, but look at this. Whoa. And that's kind of small, but you can store stuff down here, maybe boxes, your Christmas tree, or anything, right? So this is a creative way to use the space and not waste it. You still have the other closet, but this was probably where I'd end up, right? This is gonna be where I hang up my clothes. And then this is the area that I was telling you. So what I like about this is that you can sit here if you wanna read a book and enjoy the sun before you go out into the living area, before you face the day. Then this is a great place to sit down, have a cup of coffee, read, maybe even take a nap sometimes. Sometimes I'm tired during the day, so I'll take a nap. But I like this little bump out that they have here. You can put 2 chairs there, so you can have a his and her chair. You can sit there, read. I'd say read the paper, but nobody reads the paper anymore. Read a book and then just talk about what you're reading. So let's go ahead and head on upstairs. Ooh, man, this reminds me of when I was in the military, having to run upstairs. Wait a minute, I never ran upstairs, but I ran all over the place. I used to be a runner. But as soon as you walk in here, you walk upstairs, you have this nice open area right here. So you have this space that you can really do anything with. You could put exercise equipment, you could put sofas here like this is set up for entertainment. If you have a pool table, maybe foosball, whatever the kids want, that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna use this room for. You have 3 other bedrooms up here, so it is a 4-bedroom home. One of the things that's really good about this home is not only the low prices, but this community itself has a low tax rate. Everybody complains about taxes when they come to Texas, but this one is at 2.17%, which is pretty low. So let me show you the bathroom. So this bathroom is gonna be the bathroom that the 3 bedrooms up here share. So you have a dual vanity, dual sink vanity. So when the kids come in here, they're brushing their teeth, you know, they get to share these 2. You have a toilet, and then you have a stand-up tub shower combination. Now, I don't know if you could tell on the camera, but it is a little dark in here. I would definitely install a light maybe over the shower to bring some more light, and maybe another one over here so you have ample light. Because, you know, when you wake up in the morning and you're brushing your teeth and you're getting ready for school, you want to have like a sunlit room so you can make sure that you don't have anything in your face, right? Make sure that your teeth are clean and all that good stuff. So that's one thing that I will say about this right now is it feels a little gloomy, and I'm not a big fan. But let's go check out the bedrooms. The bedrooms, it's a different story. So before you go to this first bedroom, you have a linen closet where you can put, you know, sheets and blankets and towels and all that good stuff. But then we'll go to bedroom number 1 upstairs. This is our favorite bedroom because if you notice, this room is really big. And that's one of the things that when you buy a 2-story house, you're gonna get more bang for your buck because you have a smaller footprint, but it goes vertical. So you're basically doubling the space. That lends to bigger bedrooms. So this is bedroom number 2. That is a full-size bed, or is it a queen? That's a full-size bed, I think. But look at how much space you still have. You have still a lot of space here, a big window that lets in all this light. And then right behind you over here, you have another window that lets in some light, and then you got more space. So there's plenty of space. You have this dresser here, you have your nightstands over there. If you wanted to put another dresser or armoire right here, you could. And then let's check out the closet. So again, dark. So it's really dark in here. I think they really missed the mark with that. I would install a light here because, I mean, you want to see what you're putting on, right? Can you even see me? Am I lit up enough? Okay, so yeah, it's a good size closet. Again, not a big fan of these. I would put wooden rods and then make it a double you know, stack 2, one on top of each other. I don't even know how to say it anymore, but yeah, that's definitely something that I would do. But other than that, I mean, it's a good sized room. It's got plenty of sunlight coming in. The light wasn't even on. Now it's on. But let's go ahead and head over to bedroom number 2. So this is cool right here because, you know, typically if you have more than 2 kids, there's going to be 2 kids that actually vibe with each other and they really like each other. Well, this is the bedrooms that they would take, right? Because they're really going to be, this is probably the ones that get along well. And then the other one over there is probably the older kid because the older kid's always a little grumpy. But this bedroom right here, I like it because, again, it has a lot of sunlight. It's got a lot of sunlight pouring in here. It is, again, a pretty good sized room. That's a twin bed, but you still got a lot of room. They have a desk set up right here. You know, it works, right? And you're gonna be, the best surprise is the price of the home. You're gonna be very, very blown away when I tell you how much this house is. And then this closet is a good size. It reaches, you know, from one side of the wall to the other. Again, I would put another rack on there for hanging clothes. And then going across the hallway, you could put like a little desk or a little table right there. That will make it nice and neat. And I like the way they did this room. So this room is the smallest of all the rooms, but it still doesn't feel that small. You have a day bed right here. You have this nice little teepee right there, a little playing area. Of course, you have this little credenza right here. So there's a lot of space in here. You got a window. And it actually does let in a lot of light, but with these drapes here, you can't really tell. So it feels a little bit gloomy, but it's really not. And then the last is the closet. So the closet's about the same size as the previous one. Again, pro tip, put lights in your closets, right? Like, I think that's something that could have been easily done, and it would have just made a big difference in here. So let's go ahead and head on downstairs. I want to show you the backyard. Now, if you were to move in this house, what would you like about it? Like, if you would, in the comments, let me know what you like and what you don't like about the house. So this community has plenty, I think it was like 15 homes that are ready to go today. So if you're looking to move to San Antonio and you want to close a home within 30 days, you have everything else lined up, give me a call. I mean, I can introduce you to the sales rep. We got a great relationship. I'm here to help you, but you got to act on it. You got to give me a call on my phone number or hit the QR code to schedule a meeting so we can talk about your move to San Antonio and how we can make it a lot smoother. So let's go ahead and go downstairs. So as we go into the backyard, you'll notice that it is nice and bright out here. So we're standing underneath a covered patio. So you have this cover overhead. So if you're out here, you're sitting down, drinking a cup of coffee, maybe drinking a beer or whatever, and it starts to rain, you won't have to worry about it because you're covered right here. The yard is not extremely small, but it's not extremely large either. So it's an average size yard. And this is typically what you're gonna find whenever you buy a home, a new built home in San Antonio. Now there's some other homes that are bigger and maybe on an acre lot. If you want to see some of those homes, they're right here and right here, but those are going to be considerably more money just because the land here in Texas is kind of expensive. But if you don't like to cut grass, or maybe you don't need a yard, maybe your kids are already teenagers and they don't play in the backyard or anything like that, this would be perfect for you. Plenty of space and plenty of things to do right here. So I imagine myself sitting here barbecuing. Maybe I put a barbecue grill a little bit further out so it's not near the house. Barbecuing, just sitting down, enjoying this Texas weather and having fun. So if you're moving to San Antonio, again, I'd like to help you. Just do me a favor, hit the QR code, give me a call, call me, text me, send me a smoke signal. I'll help you. If there's a new build, here's the pro tip that I'm going to give you. If you're buying a new build, give me a call. Trust me, you cannot afford not to call me because there's so many incentives that I could help you with, so much negotiations that people just don't understand unless they're working with a professional like me. So, all right, thank you for watching this video. If you want to see some more new home builds, they're right here in this playlist.